Episode 59 of the Basketballists. We got a special one here. It's Ralph.
Drew Sawyer.
Jordan.
Your boy.
Who are you to be
Yeah,
your
like,
boy?
yeah,
boy. Yeah.
He said it.
Hey, man.
He said it like we know.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got a special one. Big 203 in the building.
Yes,
You know
sir.
what I mean? So,
No, native.
right. Had to bring Drew in. Shake as always, right? Me and Steve. So, really want to just get right into it. So, Drew, go ahead and give us a little synopsis, for the people that don't know, like give you a little bit of your background.
Cool. So as I mentioned, I'm Drew Sawyer. Born and raised in Newark, Connecticut. I played ball at Newark High and King Lo Haywood Thomas for high school. Then I ended up playing some D3 ball at Endicott College. Won a few conference championships, Sweet 16 while I was there. And then for like school purposes or school-wise, I was a sports management major, a minor in exercise science. I went back to Endicott for grad school. I was working in the athletic department as a graduate assistant while I was getting my master's in business administration. My concentration was marketing. That's where I kind of fell in love with marketing, and it kind of pushed me to want to do what I'm doing today.
Yeah.
Go
ahead.
I was just gonna say let's go back a little bit and just talk about how you met Jordan, aka Shake, and how that came about.
Yeah, man. Me and Shake kind of not too often now, but when we really got into the field that we're in now, we used to reflect on this a tad bit more, I say. But I graduated from undergrad in 2017. As I mentioned, I was going into grad school. I thought I was kind of like done with ball. Like I was kind of through with it. Like I didn't want to play no pickups, no nothing. Like I felt like I was all like basketballed out pretty much. And then our coach Betancourt, reached out to me. He's like, hey, man, like I'm heavily recruiting this kid. He's from your area. Do you know him? I didn't know Shake at the time. Shake's a little younger than me. But he was like, I would love for you to, if you're up for it, like get in the gym with him, kind of show him our concepts, whatever the case may be, get some shots up with him. So as soon as Shake got to campus, he hit me up and we hit the ground running, like in the gym at 5:45, stretching or whatever, and then literally on the court at 6 a.m. working out. And then after those workouts, we kind of like started talking more. We were talking about it before we got in here, but it's crazy that we didn't cross paths at all because he knew a lot of people from here. I knew a lot of people where he was from. But then that's where kind of like, I guess I started dreaming. I guess you could say you started dreaming about that too, because not only were we working on basketball, but I was in he was just starting college. So he was really in his hoop state, right. Like really trying to ball out, win, do his thing. I was like trying to help him out, but I'm also like, I need to figure out life after grad school because this stuff is coming quickly. And as I mentioned, like when I picked my concentration in marketing, that's what kind of we started having conversation like, listen, man, like I want to work at this brand or I want to work at this. Like I could see me doing this. I could see me doing that. And then like that second year of grad school, Shake's sophomore year, then he was like, yeah, man, like I could see myself doing this. I really could see myself in this space or whatever. And then fast forward, like we're doing it and like thriving in it for real.
Yeah. The craziest thing with Drew is like Drew like was a crazy. Honestly, all three of y'all, I'll get to like the stories, but this is kind of like the Shake origin, I guess.
Yeah.
Like y'all three pretty much. But first back to Drew. Drew was like willing to work out with me and stuff, but like I don't even know if Drew knows like that. I just came off like my 5th shoulder surgery. You know,
yeah.
So I just came off my 5th shoulder surgery. I like watched the video now. I couldn't even like lift my arm when I was shooting. Like so, Drew was probably just chasing fucking rebounds around. Like, but like he don't know me. Like he don't know like you probably know my story the best. But like. Yeah. Like, I'm coming from Putnam where, like, I'm shooting 40%, and then now I can't even reach my arm up. But, like, I can't have an excuse. Like,
remember them PT days?
Yeah, like, I couldn't even lift my arm. Like, I'm going to work out, but I don't got no excuse. Like, it's my freshman year. Like, I'm coming in. Like, I'm trying to play right away. Like, I'm not. Like, now, I feel like I was at the era where, like, I'm still trying to play. Yeah. If I would have came now, I might have redshirted.
No, but I was like, but you just mentioned it now, but, like, I'm so, like, Connecticut and like obviously A60-203, but I'm so 203. Like I didn't know Shake,
right?
But in my mind, I'm like, he got to represent for like he the next
he got to show out.
He's the next 203 guard. So like me and Shake was going Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. 5 like
I gotta ask
every day.
because we talked about this. Did you have to push him, or like was he as soon as you hit
Like
him,
me, like
he
you give him a kick in the ass, like, oh, you bullshit.
I'm a
right
grinder.
now.
I would hit Drew
No.
up.
Yeah, he would hit me up. He would hit me
I'm
up.
a grinder.
Fair.
He would hit me up.
But I know a few kids on my team that would have benefited from someone. Yo, let's do this.
I hear you.
And I
just want to know.
Yeah,
I just want to know.
And I was
just want
trying
I'm
to
just telling you. I know a few kids on my team.
I'm hearing you.
A
I
few kids
agree.
on my team that was dumb nice. That
I'm
if they
hearing
had
you.
someone like, yo, let's do this, would have been OD.
And I was trying too. I was trying to push those kids too. I was and we had some, but some of them didn't want to
18,
work.
19, 20, I man. At 15, 16, come on. 18, 19, 20, bro.
Yeah. But Shake was
And then
he was locked in.
So this is where it really come. So boom, me and Drew work out our first time. I had always loved to edit. I filmed. I don't think I filmed really. Like I filmed like maybe once or twice. I always had love to edit. Like editing been my thing since I remember filming Get Light videos with my friends in 6th grade and editing it. Like yeah, like in like 5th, 6th grade. Like me, Nate. Like I used to edit back then. So like it's funny that's what I do now. Anyway, me and Drew work out. He got a cameraman in the gym. Shout out Nick Grace.
Yeah,
he didn't know how to. He didn't edit. Like he was just filming for Drew. I go, yo, Drew, I could edit the footage. Drew hit me with the I bet. He didn't think I could edit. Like he was like kind of brushing me off. He's like, he chatting. I'm like, yo, Drew, send me the footage, gang. Like send me the footage. I don't think he found an editor. So he's like, I bet. Send it to me. Cooked up something nice for Drew. Cooked up something. He's like, oh. And we've been like lit ever since. Cause like I always thank Drew. So this go back to the origin story. I always thank Drew because he let me keep editing basketball in college. Like I could have, if without Drew, I might have had time off from editing. That was my major and stuff. But as you know, like you're not really like people was in film school to do film and work at the news. Like, but I was always, I want to be in basketball content.
Exactly.
I love that stuff. So Drew allowed me to keep working on that craft, and then. Boom. After Drew, we did a bunch of videos. Drew will hit me up when he's like doing give backs and stuff. Boom. Fast forward to Steve. I came home for COVID. Steve, connected with Steve. Steve was kind of doing the same thing, doing workouts and stuff every weekend with Steve. Boom, boom, boom. Steve is showing me the grind. Oh, I'm going here. I'm going there. I'm going there. Like I'm seeing all this. I'm soaking all this in. And then fast forward even forward, Ralph was my friend before all of this stuff, like without sports and stuff. But then Ralph was like, yo, like, would you ever do a podcast? Like, I'm like, I ain't doing that. But then even at some points, Drew was like, yo, you should be like taking pictures and stuff. I'm like, I ain't doing that. But then like y'all saw, like all three of y'all saw something in me before I even saw it. Like I'm just a sponge. So then I'm like, all right, let me tap in. Y'all did a podcast. I'm like, oh yeah, let me tap in. Let me do that. I was kind of talking on my phone a little bit, but I was like, I was working behind the scenes with podcasts with my job and stuff, of course. But then y'all was like, yo, like, yeah, tap in. Right. Boom. That, like, clips went crazy. So I'm like, all right.
I was really ducking him, though. We laugh about that story all the time. In my head, I'm like,
ducking me.
Oh, he not going to do what I need to do. Because I was just starting BTS work at the time. That's when I really thought I wanted to get into, like, the training bag. And I had the facilities. I had the resources. I had the players. Like, it was very, like, easy at the time. But when he was like, yo, man, like, and like he said, shout out Nick Grace, but Nick was like, I don't, that's not like
that's not me.
That's not
me.
He's
a photographer.
He was like, but I could shoot some stuff for you. I sent that to Shake, man. He probably got it. And the video's still on my BTS page now. I'll never take it down. That was my first post. And he probably did that thing in like 30 minutes. And it was exactly what I needed. Like the vision I saw from my brand at the time. I'm like, all right, bet. Like, I got
like,
you.
Even sometimes I'll find myself, people be like, oh, like, when did you start doing film? A lot of the time I'll be like, oh, I started taking it serious 2020, like, after COVID. But realistically, like, I've been kind of doing it my whole life. And then even that was 2017. Like, so, like, that was part of the journey, too. Like, clearly, when I hit the ground running, I was with Steve. Like, when I was I was working with Slam, and I was with Steve when I was like, all right, I'm locked in. Yeah. Because I was hoop dreaming.
Right.
I was hoop dreaming, like
that was right before the TikTok boom and everything.
Yeah.
Yo, I seen, like, I think we could start getting into the pod now. So I seen a post. Shout out Sway. Sway reporting live from New York. and I think he was interviewing Humble Development. He said, "Yo, hoop dreams will have you lying to yourself."
Straight out bugging.
So he was like, "Yo, like, you could be good. Say you good in high school, good in college. Say you do get to go pro. You really can't, like, say you not like one of those top guys. You kind of you kind of making up lies. You telling people, yeah, I'm pro, but bro, you making $2,000 in 8 months. Like you keeping this dream going, but you kind of are pushing off another thing. Say you did have an opportunity outside of college, you kind of hoop dreaming. Like the hoop dreams will have you chasing different things. So like in my journey, like me, COVID had hit. I had came off a season averaging like 6.5 points. Like I started and played, but like that's not what I wanted to come do in college. Like Drew, I know Drew had a similar situation and stuff like that. So I would kind of catapulted myself and like, yo, I'm gonna use everything that I fucked up on in my basketball career. I'm going to go at it hard in my next career with this basketball stuff. And starting at the bottom, starting at AAU tournaments, flying here, flying there, sharing rooms with this person, sharing beds with this, like trying to be at this, trying to do everything, like just having that same basketball grind. That's what you get for as being an athlete, I think. You get that, you could get that grind. But talk about like that, those hoop dreams, like how like it's,
going back to that, like you're saying, it's more of the realization. Like we talk about Perry, we were talking before camera, it was just like everybody, parents are so, entrenched with, oh, gotta post this, that, and the third, I can make money. But really, like sports teaches you, the basketball's gonna stop dribbling one day, right? Always. And I think that's where the parents, forget at the end of the day, like, yeah, there's a finite window for this, but you got to build your child, use a sport to kind of build what you want your child to be, right? So my hoop dream, you guys know, it started at NBA, and then it went down to, I just want to be a pro, right? And then just the various things I had to overcome, and I was just like, damn, like people don't think I could ball. That's one. Then I'm not saying anything, but like I was told that I should probably go D3, not chase my D1 dream. I said, fuck that. So I ended up getting into Fairfield. Then I had another obstacle to overcome where my coaches didn't think I could hoop. So then I had to prove that. I have 6 figures in loans, so people don't know that, but that's my dream. I got a scholarship my junior year. Then I ended up playing my sophomore year, and I started like, all right, I could do this. I can do this. I was ass. I be telling people that I was ass. Like I thought I was good until I really played a dude that played at the University of Houston, Derek Needham, who's his 12th year pro in Spain, right? Like I was like going against Rakim Sanders. I don't know if you guys know him, probably the best player I ever played with in my life. He should have been in the NBA. He played on the summer league team with Kent Bazemore, Draymond Green, Klay Thompson that year at Golden State. Like I played him one-on-one every day. He was just doing me a solid. He's like, jump shots only. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna go at you. And like, but that shit, I was like, damn, there's levels to this. That's where I was like, yo, all right. And then I was like, yo, if I can do this, I can play pros. And then, I was paying a lot of money out of my pocket. Yeah. Obviously outside life things. I traveled. Like I took this was my first contract to go to Canada. Right. It was a first year league. These guys were going all over. It was called the NBL. I went to this tryout in New York. My team won, right? And then that's actually where I met Daily Maintenance, Mike Smith, and he wants to do a pod too, so we could set that up. But I met him there, but my team killed it. We all got invited to go to a camp in Ohio. The issue was the camp finished Wednesday. That camp started Friday. So I had to figure out what I took a bus ride.
he said, I gotta get this money by tomorrow. I gotta get this money by tomorrow.
But I'm saying I was scrapping. Then me and my teammates, I didn't know the guys like that. We Red Roof Hotel, like we split it. Like took a 18-hour bus ride to Ohio.
Damn, Red Roof. So you old.
Yo, grind.
Gotta get to it.
And then I killed it there. And then one of the coaches said, like, okay, we're gonna invite you to our NBL combine in Toronto. And then that's where I went. You guys know Eric Jean Guillaume. He played in that league too. Yeah. He could tell you about it. Then we went. I had to fly. The only thing they did pay for my flight out there. But then I had to figure everything else out. Right.
See, but the crazy part is, right? You're saying all that, and for someone that doesn't understand, that shit sounds exhausting.
It is.
Yo, every single level you had to fight.
You love it.
But that's where I'm getting at. Where it's like, yo, like when you in it and you actually love it, you not thinking of none of that. Like the only thing in your head is like, yo, I'm getting there on Friday. I just gotta figure out how I'm gonna get this much from this person, and then if I get a little bit of this and I could work an overnight here, I could get there. And then when I get there, I'm gonna kill. And then once I kill, like you already like that's the way your mind is working. And when you were talking about earlier how you made the decision to just go full force into media, like we glossed over a little bit, but I really want to give you your flowers because like knowing when the basketball stops dribbling
it's a tough decision.
It's a tough decision, but it's also a very self-aware decision.
Yeah,
like they basically told him like, yo, either come back to school or keep grinding doing the media joint. That was basically the two decisions. It was an ultimatum. Yeah, and he said, yo, I'm going to go do the he was like, I'm betting on myself. Yo, I really love this. I'm going to do it.
I was thinking about this the other day, bro, because, like, to me, like, back then, it was such an easy decision because it's like, I'm working with Slim. I'm doing this. I'm getting bread with this, bro. Like,
it could have went
whatever,
left.
because, like, I didn't literally cry tears, but Drew was my outlet in college. Like, when shit wasn't going right, I wasn't fucking with shit.
Yeah.
Drew was the person I could confide in. I could go tell something to, because at my school, it was a little different. Like, it wasn't really that many people that looked like me. So, like, but I didn't really, that don't affect me. Like, I grew up like that always, but, like, I didn't realize that till college. It's like, high school, I did have my homies around. Like, it was more people that looked like me. But then sometimes it's like, you do need somebody that maybe know where you coming from me. So I had Drew for that. And then, like you said, my senior year, it was COVID year. I could, like, literally, I always said if I would have went back, bro, or I would have transferred this on, I would have kept playing basketball if I didn't have some motion. They gave me an ultimatum. They said either move back, you could come back to, like, we'll let you back on campus. How about that? We'll let you back on campus. My mom and my dad, they always let me do what I want to do. I said, I'm staying in Connecticut, bro. I'm grinding right now. Like, I'm getting to it with this media. I don't care about
me and Shake also had like similar paths. I wouldn't career-wise, I guess, but like hoop-wise too. We're hoopers at the end of the day. Like, and when I tell kids now, like, I played every role in basketball. I sat the bench. I was a role player, and I was the one taking the most shots, last shots. So I've been through it all in my playing career. But coming to the realization was like the toughest thing for me, but it was also pretty easy because I'm like, I'm the sixth man on a D3 team. We were a winning program. We were ranked and all that stuff, but I'm averaging 6 points. I got emails. I got combine offers. I got that stuff. But I'm like, dude, I'm about to get my MBA for free while I work for the same school I just went to undergrad for. Like, is it... Like, go over there. Like, this degree is also about to help me make the money I need to travel the world anyway, instead of using, like, we grow up, or in the community I'm from, like, we grew up thinking that basketball was
the way out.
And the way out. And cases it is. It is. But I had the luxury of going to King Haywood, and I feel like as much as it wasn't diverse, I went through a lot of trials and tribulations while I was there. I'm sure St. Luke's a little bit more diverse, but it's still like
now it is. But again, right, my graduate class was 69. We had 3 minorities.
So
prep was very similar.
Yeah, man. So like going through those things was it definitely made it tough, but it made it easier making those decisions of like basketball isn't the end all be all for me. Yeah. And King taught me how to be cliche, corny, or whatever, but a student athlete. So then when I got the Endicott, like knocking out 10-page, 15-page papers, doing presentations, stuff like that, that came easy to me. But I was able to be a student, and then by the time my sophomore year came, I was already focused on my plan after school. My role was what my role was on my college team. I was enjoying school outside of basketball. I was getting good grades. I had the conversation with my dad, actually. I called him on the phone. I'm like, listen, man, like, we gotta see what's up, man. Like, I gotta transfer. I gotta do something. My dad said to me on the phone, my dad's a hooper at heart, if you know my pops, man. And he goes, yo, man, I think you gotta stick it out. And when he said that, I'm like, okay, I do gotta stick it out. Cause the picture was bigger at this point. I was there to get a degree. At the end of the day, degrees. Right. And transferring wouldn't have been it. If I transferred to another school, what if I was the man?
Yeah,
But then everything else fell by the
more-
wayside. What if
yeah.
my grades? What if
More
my grades
hoop
dropped?
dreams.
Like this, so
The
the
hoop
school,
dreams, yep.
the school me and Drew went to, you were required to do 3 internships.
Yep.
Throughout college. Yo, that is setting you up. That set. I don't know about you. That's like I didn't even realize it. That set me up for way better after college. And it's like, oh, you got experience. But then
I told you that one time.
I have kind of the same situation, right? So I always say nowadays, I'm glad all this transferring stuff wasn't a thing when I was in college, because I think so. After my freshman year, I was 6 man, averaged like 5 points. But I was watching other dudes I was like EJ. EJ was at Western New England. So
He was cooking.
EJ, you way better than me now.
Yeah.
Like you way better. But at that moment, I was like,
You feel like you was
at
there
that
with
moment,
him.
I'm like, damn,
'Cause
like,
he
now
was
I'm
wildin'.
watching Bruin, who I played against growing up and stuff. I'm like, yo, like, I need the ball.
He was hooping too.
I literally was like, yo, like, I should transfer. But I think if it was nowadays, I think I would have did it. But then I'm falling behind in my grades. Like when you transfer, this class don't transfer over.
Yo.
That class don't transfer over. Now I
Yo.
got to stay in school 5 years. I only got 4 years eligibility. COVID ultimately ends up hitting and stuff. So like, I'm like, yo, like, I really was just thinking about straight basketball. Like that's all I cared about.
You know what's so funny about that? Because so my path from high school to college is no hoops was involved. I'm a regular civilian. No hoops was involved. But that transferring, I transferred from St. John's and to Newark Community because I had to.
Them
'Cause I
credits don't
couldn't
be
transfer
transferring
over. Yo,
over.
you know what's funny about that? Connecticut now has Connecticut State colleges. So every single course is transferable within Connecticut. If I would have had that, I would have been straight.
Yeah.
I could have went wherever because I went from St. John's to Newark Community to Southern. So if it wouldn't have even mattered. I could have just went straight from St. John's to Southern because the curriculum is the same. I wasn't missing nothing. But the fact that I even had to do that set me back a whole semester. Right. And it's like to people that's watching, it's like, oh, it's a semester. What, bro? A semester is a lot. Like imagine really going to
Then
school.
now I gotta sit out or summer or go
Bro.
to school in the summer or go that's a whole nother year basically.
Yo, I had to retake their math program because the maths didn't transfer over. So I was a junior
Colleges
taking freshman math. I said, yo, come on, son. This is not real. They were like, oh, well, I took
after you
pre-cal.
already took it.
I took pre-cal in high school and St. John's accepted that. Southern was like, yeah, nah, that's not good enough.
Real quick, I always think about, I like laugh to myself about this, but like, y'all seen Paid in Full, right?
Of course.
And Mitch is in the car. I said this to you before. He was like, I love the game. Like, I love the hustle. And that's how I feel about basketball. Like, whether I had a love-hate relationship with it, I always ended up loving it at the end of the day. And when, like, we do Thank You Basketball, or when I go talk to kids at my community center, or talk to any kids or upcoming hoopers, I'm like, one, I never shoot their dreams down. They could dream and be whatever they want to be.
Bro. Like,
I'm not shooting your dreams down.
Correct.
I'm just letting you know that you have options. I'm letting you know that you have options. And I love the game of basketball because, like, I'm biased because I'm a hooper, but it can go for any sport. But it teaches you so much about life.
Correct.
And hard work and getting up for 6 a.m. practices at Endicott and then having to have classes from not 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. And then after that, we got pickup. And then after that, we got weightlifting. And then it has that structure on top of having to
set
do
you up for after sport. Like,
and building
like
connections and doing those things.
We
Like,
always say it's hard to that first adjustment period, but once you get used to it, now it's easy for me for my alarm go off at 6 a.m. to get
and I'm up. I'm going.
Like like, and then I saw it on TikTok. I forgot what pod it was. The guy was like, we chase. For when we all start playing sports, we chased, I think he said compensation, but it's not the compensation that we think it is. So we chasing maybe the fame, the money, but nah, like what we got from it, that grind, like that, the journey of it. Like it's hard to look at it like that, but like,
because I'm in the workspace, like,
and a lot
you can't outwork me. That's how, like, that, and that's the competitiveness in me. Like,
and you see people that ain't never worked,
but it's
ain't
like
never had to grind.
I'm in a
Nah, it's real life. Ain't never had to grind. Yeah. Look, I'll bleep it out. Look, I'm gonna bleep it out.
Ain't never had to grind.
Ain't never had to grind.
But like, I don't and don't get me wrong. Like, there are people that I've worked with throughout the years who've never played sports, and they are still hard workers.
Yeah.
Of course.
But that's just my take on it. Like I use it like when I wake up, I'm getting my workout in the morning. I might hoop, I might do whatever, and I'm starting my day. I'm getting the emails early. I'm getting to whatever early. Like my parents. I give shout out to my parents, but like I also think it's the work ethic that I grew from wanting to be a good basketball player.
Yeah, I mean, again, we talk about that. Like we spoke about our last podcast, like having somebody give you that kick in the butt, and or setting the. I saw people in our comments when we posted it saying some parents set the example. I saw the guy who's the old guy that has a couple sons in the NFL. You guys know what I'm talking about?
I'm on Rod's dad.
Yeah. I saw something. He said, "You don't have lazy kids. You have lazy parents. Like your parents set the precedent." And I was thinking about it. I'm like, and I was talking to shout out Mr. Bobin, and he pushes it the twins really hard. But then I was thinking about it like, yeah, sometimes sometimes it's a lot, but at the same time, you're setting the precedent at a young age, and that's all they would know, hard work, right? Whether again, whenever basketball stops, like you just said, it transfers over, right? And then again, the end of my hoop dreams, I want to just clip, whatever. Like I played in Canada. What people don't know, I ended up getting cut. And yeah, my wife, sorry. And so my thing is the moment that what happened was I got cut. My team was the only one that had 4 guards. Every other team had like 1 or 2. Like Eric's team had 2 guards. Like so I got cut. I came back. I didn't know how to tell people. I didn't know what to do. Then I had something set up in Spain. I was like, that's gonna cost me another like 4 racks. And I was like, that might be it.
Like, is it worth it?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like that was my moment where I was like,
I like your story. And this is the first time me hearing it all the way through. But like, I like your story because it's someone who kept following those hoop dreams. Like I followed my hoop dreams differently than how you followed yours.
Right.
Like I came to the realization, and I tried to pivot like earlier because I'm like, yo, I'm not about to. I'm not about to be figuring this shit out as like a senior or because grad school at the time was in the works. It wasn't set in stone. But like someone like Steve's story, like I would tell that to a kid too, like follow this because this is where he ended up. He pushed through and whatever and checked the boxes that he needed to check before you're like, I'm good.
Yeah, like internally, like, yeah, do I wish I still played, like I was a professional player and had a successful like overseas career? Sure, whatever. But like I understood, I was self-aware, just like it's just not in my cards.
Yeah.
But what I can do is for the next kid, that's where I kind of went into training and coaching. I'm like, all right, I can give you my knowledge and my experience. I'm not saying this is going to be your journey, but this is how hard it was.
See, and that's something like I often sound like a Debbie Downer sometimes, and like I'm not for it, but it's like the kids dream big, and I love that. But like it's not just an empty dream. Like you really have to work hard because like in all the situations, like either you get an ultimatum or you realize that there's a better opportunity or you keep chasing it until they take it from you. Or in my case, that should get took before you even start. Freshman basketball, cut after that. Damn, I've been hooping all my life, never been cut. What do I know? I'm thinking like, oh, nah, they just don't like me. I got to train. I got to do this. It's like, yo, hard work is in the recipe. All 10 times out of 10, there's no way around it. There's no way around it. You can't just
even
say
if it's not
it.
the result you want, you getting something from the grind.
Like yo, you can't do it without it. So when I'm like, yo, like nah, you gotta do this. I'm like, I'm not saying don't do it. Everybody want to get to the NBA. Like when you hoop as a little kid, but it's like you gotta realize how good those NBA players are. I went to the Brooklyn game last night. I'm blanking on his name. But he's on the bench. He's on the bench. Light skin kid.
The kid from UConn? Martin?
No. On the Hawks.
Hawks.
I'm blanking on his name right now. I watched him in warm-ups and he hit 30 straight threes. He's not touching the court.
Sometimes it be opportunity too.
Yeah, but
you got to stay prepared.
Being that good,
you got to stay prepared.
Being that good and not getting an opportunity because there's better guys in front of you. Come on.
I'm telling you,
like
them guys at that level are all
really
good,
bro. Are
They are
really
all
good. But like there's a lot of hours, a lot of grind, a lot of everything, sacrifices that takes to get there. So it's like you can't just say it. You know what I mean? Like you can't just say it.
Like realizing there's other opportunity besides the shiny thing at the end, right? So in high school, everyone D1, D1, D1.
Right.
So I think growing up in New England, you kind of hear about more D3, the more like, say, Mass kids. I think they're more well-versed, like, oh, I could go do a high academic D3, go hoop, set myself up, or I'm still hooping. But I think, like, so I'll see it in, like, I'll see it in, like, New York, a couple other places and stuff like that. Like, kids won't even think about the option of college if they not D1 or going or trying to still go JUCO. And I think, like, I don't think people should think like that. Yeah. Like, clearly chase D1. Like, I was a kid, like, oh, I don't want to go D3. But now,
me too.
as someone that did it, like, you still setting yourself up, like, up for success, and you still get to hoop.
Yeah.
Well, before you go, I just want to say, like, so everybody doesn't know, like, the best D3 schools are in New England. Right. Like, I think I was talking about this. I'm biased. I think New England has the best overall. You know, obviously there's a lot of colleges, D1, D2, D3, but like we have a lot of really good basketball from prep schools. And then for great balance, academics, like the D3 in New England is the best. And if you even look at the stats, like a lot of people in the NBA, a lot of them and on the administrative side, a lot of them ended up from D3 schools in New England, and some of them are even like high ups, like, you know, in an organization. Yeah. But that's what that's the lack of education on what it could lead to. You don't know the alumni base. Like, you gotta, again, this is just people, like, if I can go back and do Fairfield again, I would have said I probably should have went out to more parties. Like, it's weird to say that, right? You know,
you wish you got to experience some more.
Well, no, I mean, I did my share, but what I'm saying,
we know.
What I'm saying, no, but more so on the social side.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know at the end of the day who's gonna be who at the end of the day.
That white kid you were getting lit with, now it's like, oh, like, y'all, but you gonna grow up at the end of the day. Like, even now, like, kids I went to school with, oh, what's good, bro? What's good in college? And then now, like, we all doing our thing. It's like, oh yeah, I'm like, you still my homie that I was at the house party with. But now we a little more townhouse.
Mods. But to your social piece, man. When I was talking about the whole transferring thing, that's kind of like what stuck in my head. Like, when my pops was like, yo, you might want to stick it out, man. Like, you're doing well in school. Like, you got your group of guys. Because the situation was a little different than Shake. Like, I had my graduating class, I was one of 6. And all of us looked alike, except for one. But, you know, he was there. Yeah. But the social piece I had at Endicott, and not even necessarily saying like parties, but I was a part of different clubs, and I was a part of being like a new student mentor, and I had a great relationship with my professors and deans in the sports science. I'm like, and they loved me as a student, not even a basketball player, but they loved me as a student.
Not
so
even
I'm
a
like
student,
a person.
Yeah.
So I'm like, when I didn't end up transferring, I'm like, I did build a great relationship with the faculty here and like the staff, and have a good rapport with them. So a relationship that I have with them now till this day, and I wouldn't change for anything. Like, I still go back to Endicott and speak not only to the basketball team, but to the students there in sports management and sports science. Like, it's not all that is cracked up to be transferring. Like, sometimes pushing through is the way to go.
Also, that is a benefit of y'all having a smaller school. I think for people that don't know, Endicott is a smaller school, and you do have that opportunity to not only know everybody as far as like socially, but also like your teachers get a chance to get to know you as well. Like, because I feel like at St. John's, like, I didn't know, there was only like a couple teachers that I was like actually cool with, but like when I got to Southern, it was definitely a little bit more like you actually get to know your teachers and your community and like the people that you actually go to school with. Also, to be fair, while I was at St. John's was the beginning year, so it was a lot of like extracurricular type classes instead of like my main focus classes. But having the benefit of having a school of that size, I think honestly is amazing. And I always told you, like when I was at Southern, that the fact that y'all had to do internships was like the most beneficial.
And my boys who went to other D3 schools said the same thing.
Yeah,
like, that's crazy.
And I
any
even
other
did a
school,
project
I'm like,
on it. I did a project on it. I literally I invited Shake and interviewed him because I was like, yo, like this is something that should be universal. universal.
Like I know people that went to
mandatory.
like big school. Like I literally was arguing with one of my boys the other day. He was trying to say, I'm not even gonna say the school. He was trying to say he was trying to say his school is not a good school because it didn't set people up for after school. Because he's like, oh, none of my boys are doing what they majored in. But people don't tell you when you get to college, you kind of gotta. That's when your career kind of gotta start. You kind of gotta start going.
And you
do
networking for
internship.
yourself.
You gotta go do internship. Like the school at like our school. Like great because they set us up for that. A lot of schools are just take your class, go to your major, but then after those 4 years, what are you set up with? Oh, you have no experience. All you did was like do work the little summer job at the local pizza place or something like that.
Bakery.
So it's a little like if you have a chance to set yourself up. Go work that internship. Go work in the sports department. Like if you do play sports,
Give up a winter. Give up a summer.
Yeah, and I had that opportunity, but I was so gung ho on basketball. See, that's what I'm saying. Like as a walk on, like my coach was like, you should go do this, and I was just thinking like, but if basketball is my goal,
you can't miss nothing.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So
especially
like,
at the D1 level,
you can't miss nothing.
That's where I was so torn. But like again, I'm just wanting to point this out. But it's just like again, the knowledge. Like hopefully we clip this like. Everything that was just said, like for the youth and parents, like that should be the conversation, right? Outside of basketball, let them chase their goals and dreams, whatever. But like also put in their back of their head, they need to be creating relationships with the the staff at the school or even in high school. Like again, you just don't know. Connection is so real. The relationships are so real that being a good person and being like a hard worker goes a long way in life.
Like I see Elijah Avery Turner was at Thank You Basketball. Like Elijah, I think he could probably be like a low major scholarship kid, right?
Sure.
I see him all the time. He's doing like this type of stuff, pod and do. When I was interviewing him, he was like, "Oh, what type of setup do you guys have? What type of rig? I'm trying to look at the camera. Boom, 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 boom." Like he's thinking like, all right, like, of course he probably want to go to the NBA. Like we all want to go to the NBA. Of course I think he's a scholarship kid, but like, oh, like this also is scratching my interest. Like I'm like now he's like, oh, I'm meeting these other types of people that it's like, oh, I have this basketball. Yes, I do that, but I have opportunities to look at other things. Maybe I want to look at film. Like even people look at me now. Like I could be like a motivational factor. Like I'm an average hooper, bro. I was good, but I was chasing that shit. Now I'm more in basketball now than I was when I was dribbling the basketball.
And another thing too, like I was saying earlier, like pushing through, but like I'm a firm believer of like trial and error. That's the only way you're really gonna learn.
Yeah. I only learn by experience.
I went through that in my basketball career, and I also went through that academically. Like my internships when I was at Endicott, like they weren't great.
Yeah, I hated my first 2 internships
because I was a hooper,
right?
And I'm like, you know what, man? Let me get these hours. Let me try to. I tried to find something in my major. I tried to find something that was within my major, something that I was sort of interested in, but also like get my stuff done because at Endicott, the bulk of our season is during winter break. So like when the general population of students or other students are on winter break doing their semester long internship, we have to do ours in the summer. So in the summer, you like.
Nah.
What you mean? I got. Nah. So, but I at first I used to always like regret my internships, but now I'm older. I'm appreciative of them because they showed me like trial and error, but what I didn't want to do. I'm glad I didn't learn that after college, like going to work at a certain place like that. Yeah. And I don't know, 23 is still young, of course, but like I'm 23 and I'm like,
damn.
Oh, it's better when you're 20, 21.
Oh no, like this isn't the route I want to go or whatever. So like I'm always appreciative of my internships and basketball career. That's why I say I love the game of ball, because like trial and error is that's it, man.
That's it, yeah. So real quick, you know, talking about that makes me realize like in high school, again, I don't talk about everything, but like my dad worked for a hedge fund and he's in accounting, and that's part of the reason why I took finance in college. He was like, you'll make good money coming out, right? That's the big picture outside of basketball. But I did an internship for him where I was working in accounting. I was like, yo, I can't do this.
Yeah.
Like that was my that's why I was like, all right, now I gotta go 150% with basketball because
Yeah.
I don't think I can do this. I'm young still. Like I can't sit at a desk all day, look at computers, look at numbers. Like I don't know if that's for me.
That was my biggest thing. I didn't want to sit behind the desk. Guess what? I sit behind the desk. That was my biggest. I really didn't want to do it, bro. Yeah, no. Like I definitely do get to move around, but like I would say 65% of my week is behind the desk. But it's something that like I chose, like, and I got to like actually like experience, and it's not as bad as it's cracked out to be. But like for me, I think what I was saying, not wanting to be behind the desk, is like being constrained and like closed off. Like I have to focus on like one thing. Like I can't dip my hand into all the different passion projects that I want to do, like this. Like and we talked about like, you know, kind of like setting yourself up, and I feel like we are seeing it. Well, we are seeing it in the NBA with like some of the older guys that are like, damn, like my time coming. Like maybe I should start a podcast. Maybe I should collab with this brand or do whatever. But I think it's also important to see that the guys that are coming in and already having some of those things set up, so that while they're in the league, they're still doing their other things.
The next gen of NBA athletes are doing a great job at that.
Yeah.
Drew, I don't think we even really mentioned Drew works with PUMA marketing.
We're gonna segue into that because I wanted to bring up ask a point.
So what Ralph said, I think let me just get it for the clip. I think the next generation of hoopers, athletes coming into the NBA, business wise, are on the money with it.
Savvy.
Because like nowadays, before right, people are coming into the NBA, never had no bread, never like they just was hooping. You get 18, they throwing you millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Anyone's gonna mess
tweaking.
that up. Everyone's gonna go buy the Hellcat. Like, but now, like we said it before. That I said it with Matt. They get in the chain at 15.
They getting the good tat. Yo,
they
we saw.
They getting the good tats. My first tat was trash, but now from I get a little bit.
Don't sneak over that one. Look, I still don't got no tats, so I'm hungry. You know what I'm saying?
But feel me, like they getting money off rip, like So I think they're like, oh, okay, like I gotta do this with that, do this with this. They're learning about it. Drew, what are you seeing like on your side of things? With like younger you have a couple younger athletes, maybe in the league, maybe out the league. What are you thinking?
And
I wouldn't even say
like, for the people that don't know, say like what your job entails.
Like your role.
Just speak about your role. Yeah.
So I work at PUMA on the sports marketing team, specifically for basketball or hoops, we call it. So I have a roster of NBA guys that I help manage for the brand, whether it's day-to-day stuff, appearances, like product, wear tests, anything like that. Like I'm their guy, I'm their point person. Between like the actual athlete or athlete agent, whoever, and PUMA, like I'm kind of that middle person to make sure like everyone is happy. All our boxes are being checked, and we are promoting the brand and the athlete as best as possible. But excluding my athletes, what I've been seeing on like the grassroots level, I stay tapped in. Me and Shake do Thank You Basketball, so I've been tapped in even more, even when I was doing like the training and stuff. But they are more savvy, these younger guys. I don't. They're treating themselves more as like businesses.
As you should.
Like them as a person is a business. And what I do is kind of like my service. Like basketball is like my service. So they're coming into certain conversations like essentially like knowing what they want.
Yeah.
And
their worth.
Yeah. Yes, and what they're worth. It's kind of like not a question mark. And it's kind of like a gift and a curse, but like social media helps with that. Like social media is like if you got 1 million followers, you top 15 and you really could hoop like that. It's like, what are we talking about? Like, what are we like? Those are my 3 boxes. Like, that's what I feel like that's what people are looking at. And if you check those, it's like the discussions I feel like are hard. It just depends on where the athlete. Personally, I think where the athlete wants to go, where they're more comfortable, and I think that like they're more like tight knit than I feel like they were back in the day, I guess.
Yeah.
I feel like
That's
they're
just
more
naturally
like,
because it's like you could connect on social media.
and they're more like the athletes are more like like tighter with whoever their circle is, whether it's an agent that they grew up with or a manager that they've known forever or keeping their family in looped in. Like it's just it's a lot more buttoned up in my opinion compared to the past.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there, but like it's again, it's to the point where you're saying it's that dual-edged sword where it's a lot. It's everybody's on social media, then there's a lot more knowledge going around, and for those who are able to kind of filter the good stuff, so then you got, people with the with financial literacy, they understand, right? I get this money, I gotta do this, that, and a third. And there's a company that I follow, it's like NIL Scout or something like that, and they talk about they do their work with colleges, and they're speaking about taxes and your brand. So you got to make sure you're making six figures, which is top 10% of the country. You're making more than half of the world, right? And the sooner you are able to kind of conduct yourself as a business, as an LLC, you mitigate liability. So that's important. And I think this knowledge that again, kids from New York City or like whoever hooping, they're not thinking about this stuff, and that's why it's important that circle is there. But I wanted to get into this too, and we all talk about it, like the dirty work, right? The grind to get to where you are. So like I want to ask you, what did you have to do to get this opportunity with PUMA? Like what did you go through? Like from a business standpoint, you're with PUMA in a major growth phase right now, which is huge, and I think that's a tremendous honor, right? Like what did you do to get to this point, and then how did PUMA come into the conversation? I think that's important for people to hear.
For sure. So I'm gonna say it again, a lot of trial and error. So when I left Endicott, I was at a crossroads. I really wasn't hearing back from any of like the bigger brands or anything like that. So I was either like moved back to Connecticut or I had another job offer, and I was being picky. Like I didn't really want to do like sales, so to speak. But I found a job that was sales, but I was still working in like the sport industry. So I was doing sales for like an app, so sports tech. But while I was doing that, I was still sharpening like my social media presence and making sure I was still involved in the game of basketball, aka clinics with Shake, basketball trainings, just showing stuff that like, yo, I'm still involved. I'm still around the game, even though this is my job. And then trial and error, I'd also say connections. Before I went to PUMA, I was at another company as well, where one of my college teammates worked there. So we talk about connections. And then a few others that went to our alma mater as well worked at that company. So I'm applying for that job. It was a perfect fit for me on top of having those connections. That was like perfect. It was kind of like a perfect storm. And then after I kind of learned the ins and out of that, I was doing like more so like brand and product storytelling and activations and events and things of that nature. I was like, I really want to lock into ball and like kind of like get back into that space. And then that's how PUMA came about. I applied. It was a very competitive field, of course. And then that's what kind of led me to where I am now. But a lot of trial and error, a lot of applications, a lot of getting turned down. But like all the roles that I got turned down, I even tell people like when I go speak to students at Endicott, like I have like a little folder of all the companies that I didn't hear back from or I got turned down from. And I look at those occasionally like to like humble myself and like remember like 5 or 6 years ago, like I wanted to be in where I'm at right now.
And that's important. I think that's important.
And like I know like you was joking earlier, like not working behind the desk or anything like that, but like that was a big thing of mine, like especially being done playing. But like when you think of a hooper's dream, it's like, are you hooping all day? Like that's what you want to do.
Or you
and then you're And then like in my mind, I'm like, if I'm not hooping all day, I gotta love what I'm doing. And I love getting up, going to work, helping my athletes out, helping my team out in the office, whatever they need done. I know that was long-winded, but that's how I kind of got to my spot.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
that's amazing. That's all we do on this pod is long-winded. That's how we do it.
But I think that's important to hear, because then that's what we just talked about earlier. How basketball when you were younger and those experiences directly translated to your post basketball life professional.
You could have easily been like, fuck it, bro. Like if you did it like that, I feel like that hoop and grind, I'm gonna make it. Yeah. Turn basketball was over. I'm gonna make it to this. I'm gonna make it to this. I'm gonna make it to this. Instead of being like, oh, this is what I got. This is the cards. Like I'm gonna just do this for 30. You know what I'm saying? Like you were like even there's like you still like you are always gonna be that hungry. Like you're not just gonna stop being hungry. Like you gonna once you get somewhere. Oh yeah, what's next?
If you
What's next
told
for
me
me?
when I was 10, I didn't mean to cut you off. If you told me when I was 10 that this would be my dream job, I wouldn't believe you.
Yeah.
Because my dream job was being an NBA
NBA.
player, or to a certain point when I knew that was a small percent of them, like I just want to be pro. Like I want to go overseas. I want to do what but yeah, man, I can't complain for real. Like it like I said, a lot of trial and error. And whenever we do Thank You Basketball, we do stuff like I'm not in the business of shooting dreams down, but I feel like it's a duty to the youth to let them know that they have options. Because I'm not it's just not my cup of tea, but I even tried it with the training. Like I don't think that was something I was truly interested in doing it every day. So, or even like coaching. But I feel like kids need to know, like, you could be on a sports marketing team at a brand. You could be a top media person in one of the biggest media hubs in the world.
Rich Paul said it. He was talking to Ty Lil on like his stream, I think. He's like, yo, like a lot of people need to realize like there's so many jobs revolving around this sport. This one sport. He said there's 5,000 people have ever made it to NBA or something like that. Something small.
Super small.
Yo, think about how like you see it. Like think about how many roles there are involved in basketball. We all four of us work in basketball.
Yep. And are in
different
roles.
lanes. All different lanes. We all work in basketball. And then think about all the people we know that work in basketball that have never even picked up a basketball in their life. That might not.
But that's why I think having like social media and being savvy and like those players being their business, like them being a business and having the right people around them. Like when I was graduating high school in 2013 or whatever, 2013, like the only options that I was hearing about as for like sports management major were like coach, athletic director, coach, athletic. That was like the common thing, or like being like a professor within that industry or within sport management. And I'm like, I did like athletic director. I'm not gonna lie, like being around that, but trial and error. Like I did those 2 years in grad school working in the athletic department for a top college in the region. I'm just like, dude, man, like I don't think I want to be an athletic director at like the collegiate level or even like a top like high school level.
Yeah.
But that's when I like tried to pivot. Like I wanted to focus on marketing and try to find something that I did love doing, but those are not the only options.
Yeah, but again, like you just said, you gotta try. You have to try it.
It's a bunch of lanes.
Yeah, there's man. Like I think we don't talk about it enough. Where it's just like like even athletes doing the podcast, right? Everybody's trying to, and then brand deals, and then there's other things, investing, right? I think that's a big thing where you got all this money, you need to invest, right? You gotta try to preserve whatever you have you're building to continue be in the field, right? So even if basketball fails, and let's say you invested your money and you stack things correctly, you can chill a little bit and do something else that you want to try. Yeah. Like I saw something with LeBron saying like, obviously as much money as he has, he still thinks about every brand deal he does. Like, yo, is this, is this going to make me broke? Is this the right move? Is this going to hurt me? But like, and he has, I'm not saying unlimited money, but he's damn near close to that, And so it's just that mindset of, he said in the podcast, he's like, I always think I'm the kid from the projects. Like, this is new. I'm first generation wealth. Like, I got to make sure I can preserve this, for beyond and my kids, my grandkids, like all that stuff.
Yeah, even Jaylen Brown, like being in a position where you can almost like create something different, like him doing his own brand and putting out his own shoe and his own clothing line. Like a lot of guys have like P's or they have their own shoe, like Anta or wherever the case. But like being like in basically like 100% control of like what's going on is important, because somebody has to break the mold in order to show people that like, yo, it's cool. Like, not to say that no one's ever had their own shoe or whatever, but like him being one of the top players, because usually the top players like, oh no, I'm gonna just sign with Nike, I'm gonna just sign with Puma, I'm gonna just sign with whatever, you know what I mean? Like, because this is already the machine,
right?
And if I'm this good, they only gonna make me better.
Yeah.
But why can't it be, yo, I'm this good and people think I'm this good. Maybe I could be my own machine. So like just having that different mindset and doing that at the level he's at is important because it could foster something from an early age. Like I said, they coming in like already having a YouTube, getting monetized, doing vlogs, game day vlogs. Yo, this is me pulling up. I'm at the so and so center. This my boy, what's it called? And it's like an equipment manager. And then that clip go viral. Now everybody tuning into that. Now you got 10K on YouTube. Now you're getting money off YouTube just by posting it every day. What's it called? And then you don't have to be good at editing. You don't have to be good at recording. You don't even have to turn it on all the time. You could post once a week. Yeah. And now it's something that can fuel the rest of your endeavors.
One thing I think the youth definitely has to watch out for, because as one thing grows, people are going to be hungry towards it, right? So, like, yeah, you're this top athlete. You got all these colleges saying your line. But now that I'm seeing that, I see a lot of agents.
We want to get them. We want to go down this road real quick.
A lot of, like,
pop-up agents?
Pop-up agents. Not like, oh, like, this is truly my passion. I'm truly trying to help. A lot of, like, maybe they see you just as a meal ticket or trying to get over on you. I think like that's another thing a lot of parents need to research before they get in bed with these leeches kind of.
Yo, Jay Williams said it the best, right? Like there's no way that an NBA agent and XYZ, I think he said, I don't know how true it is. Again, I don't know what the percentage is, but I think he said I thought it was 10, but he mentioned in his post it was like 5% of the NBA contract, right? Some of these agents in college are charging 20%.
20%.
That's a fifth of your check. So if you got to think about that $100,000 NIL, they getting $20K. That leaves you with $80. And then you got to do taxes, right? And then it's not a lump sum; it's over a period of time. So now, again, these are things you guys don't really even think about if you're lucky enough to get that much.
Yeah, I even knew a kid. I'm gonna leave all brands out. The kid was with like a random agent or whatever, gets a little more buzz. A big dog is starting to come call, but he's with this guy, so he's like, yo, like as a kid you probably think just like, yo, yeah, I'm going with these people. Nah, that's not how it worked. Like, nah, you signed to me, like, so they ended up having to finagle, like you got to do math and stuff. But like I think even before you sign with that one guy, that just like, cause like clearly I never dealt with this, but I feel like as a top kid, someone comes to you, you're like, oh yeah, I must be on. Like someone's coming at me like this now.
And that's exciting though.
Yeah, it's an exciting feeling. Like this. It's hard. Like you're a 16-year-old, someone wants to, like, I got an agent? What? Like, no, you're not thinking about what his interests are, but I think that's an important thing to think, because like say you waited, all right, let me chill for a year. I'm gonna wait a year. Then maybe those big dogs come calling. Even them, they might not have your best interest, but like that is like a more established. You could look up research about them. Like think about like AJ.
Yeah.
AJ's dad was like, we ain't getting no agent. He the best player in the country. This my son. He's with me. Like, yeah.
See, I think there's also a flip side to that too, because sometimes the parents are like that and they're blocking certain things.
Blocking blessings.
Yeah, because they feel like in a way where they're holding out, like, oh, nah, we don't got to take that little joint. We going to get the big one. And it's like, yo, like, I think
it's a time and place. I think there's a time and place.
Situation.
I think it's a time and place, and I think
we gotta make that a
situational.
I think it's a time and place. I think with how like NIL is what, a couple years old, and it's gonna. I think it'll get better with time, and I feel like it'll kind of weed out, like you were mentioning, like the pop-up agents or whatever, like, and it'll like the real will rise essentially, like, and then I feel like it will get back to that kind of like quote unquote big dog, whatever. They're gonna wait it out. Like, listen, I might not need you right now, but let me play this freshman year out. As a sophomore, I might go to the league or I might stay, and then we have that conversation again. But I do think it's situational. Like I think there are cases where parents are buttoned up. Like parents know what the fuck they, or excuse my language, like they know, like they know what's going on. And then I feel like that's with anything, like, or anything, like the flip side of that, like Like you said, they could block a blessing
Yeah,
or whatever
I
the
think
case
that's
may
where
be.
someone needs to step in.
But then again, like that's the lay of the game. Like you going to get. I don't care if you're the number one kid
gotta
in the
learn
country.
something.
You going to gamble at some point. There's a gamble that needs to
With
be had
everything, yeah.
at some point. And there's no like. Well, I mean, I guess there could be, but there's no right or wrong answer from the outside looking in my opinion.
Yeah, like you just said, it's unfortunately like it's trial and error.
Yeah.
Right. Like again, you can educate yourself.
Yeah.
You can do the research. Like example, we mentioned a NBA agent that we know. They reached out to a kid in our area, and I reached out to some other people, and they were like, we're not really looking for an agent. Like we'll do this, but in my head, I'm thinking like, I know the guy. He's established. Right, he may have some connections because of the company he works for. Just at least have the conversation, then present that. Then you guys talk it over and make a decision. But just don't say no off rip. At this point in the game, it's like you have conversations. Again, relationships happen from conversations.
Yes.
And you can get a feel, a vibe from that person. If you like it,
You could.
great. You can pursue it.
Or
If
you
you
could-
don't, like, all right, like we
cool.
appreciate your time. Again, it's more of I appreciate you reaching out. I appreciate the time. We're not gonna
And
proceed.
that's kind of like the convo we had where we talk about like when coaches are hitting you up and you leaving them on scene.
Yo.
Like, you know what I mean? Because it's like
we talked about that last
it's
time.
like
What do you-
I
what-
saw
what-
that clip.
that. Nah, speak your
Listen,
truth.
man.
Speak your truth. Talk to the
Yeah,
kids. Speak your
go
truth.
ahead.
My boy started shaking.
Because I saw that clip, man, and like y'all could edit this stuff out, but like I'm not really like chatting. Like I did this because I like what you guys talk about, and you guys got something good brewing and cooking, like, and I definitely wanted to be a part of it. Or
Nah, talk your
you
shit.
know,
No, talk- yeah, you
You're
gotta
a part
talk
of the story.
Yeah,
But you're a part of the story.
you gotta
So,
talk.
Hey,
Listen, man.
don't preface none.
No,
Yeah.
you don't gotta say just talk it.
it's about connections, man. No one is bigger than the program. Like you younger guys, man, like knock on wood, like I'm rooting for you. I want you to win. I want you to get the biggest bag. I want you to go to the best university for your situation. But some of you are Division III players. Some of you need to go to JUCO and use those 2 years. Some of you need to go to a Division II school and transfer down to transfer back up. You not reaching back out to coaches or letting them know, like social media, we talk about this all the time, but like these kids are their IQ, I feel like, is a little bit like quicker or up on certain things. You're on your phone.
You're on your phone.
You just posted a story
For
about
sure.
getting to it.
Or you
With a ski mask on.
Or you said it.
So like,
hand in the Ithaca.
so I'm just like,
You just posted 1900 Rugrats.
yeah, with a black background, just for no reason because you want to post a song. But then you're not gonna respond to a coach. Is like this coach has it, and mind you, like this is what they choose to do. But like this coach has a wife, a kid, a family, all these things, and they are taking time out of your day to drive 3 hours to watch you shoot 200 shots.
Yeah.
And you can't say, "Hey, coach, still making a decision right now, whatever." But I appreciate you pulling up. I will be in touch. That it's simple because I mean that happens. That's an email that I send as an adult. Hey, listen, can't do anything for you right now, but I'll reach back out to you. Let's not close this chapter, but I'll let you know when something comes about.
Yep.
It translates to you being a teen getting recruited for college, and then it translates to you being someone working in my position or his
25.
position
in society.
in society.
Yeah.
That's what kind of frustrates me because it's like that's a learning piece.
Yeah. And you see
That's
those
a
stories all the time.
that's a learning piece, man. Like that is something that you need to, cause you're waiting for a Division I coach. I'm not saying you're not Division I,
Yeah.
but respond to the D2 person. Cause then like, what if you told them no because you're waiting for this Division I thing? Then the Division I thing falls through, but you had a great conversation with them and you spin the block. You like, hey, listen. Be completely honest with you. I was waiting for this opportunity. It didn't work out the way I wanted it to work out. I appreciate your time. If you will consider me, like I would love to attend your university. It makes it a little easier to spin the block because you didn't leave them on scene. And then the next text to them is you wanting to go to their school. Like that's not it either.
Yeah.
The issue is again humility, and I talk about it. Like, that's
Yeah,
a
man.
great clip.
Speak your truth.
You know, like obviously, like you guys know, being at South Kent, like last year, right? We had 19 seniors and postgrads. We placed them all. Now, guys had different options. Guys thought they were better than what they were, and they waited. Guys had a spot waiting for them. nah, I had this other school wants me, you know, but you know they're kind of dragging their feet. We got a call.
Do they really want you?
Did
at
they?
that point?
Yeah.
We got a call.
The
Oh,
hoop dreams is sexy though.
yeah.
Hoop dream.
But
mean,
I also
you really thinking about it. You
But
like,
but just to finish up, and then they reached back out. They needed help to find something, and you know we did what we had to do to help the kid. But like it's more about just being real. Like we told you guys what it was, and again that's where you know either parents are blocking blessings or they're just as delusional as the kid, which you know I respect that, but like keep it real. Like, do you know how hard it is to play college ball now?
I don't want to be a hypocrite either because I went through these things.
Right.
We speaking from experience.
This is from experience.
Yeah.
And like I remember a vivid experience of a coach that was on me. Division III school at the time, I kind of was like, all right, I know I'm gonna go Division III now. Like it is what it is, and I had a ton to pick from or whatever. And coach is reaching out, and my mother's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "What you mean?" She was like, "Are you not gonna?" I was like, "I'm not going out there. It's kind of like far. Like it's like a little. I don't think I want to go there." She was like, "Okay, so what are you stringing this person along for? Like you need to respectfully let him know." Or whatever, and that was early in my recruiting process. So after that, I handled it accordingly moving forward. But for the kids out there, like I know it's tough to kind of tell an adult, to tell them like, because it might feel like you're letting them down essentially, especially when those people recruiting you, like you build a relationship with them. They recruit you for years sometimes, and then for you to be like, I'm gonna go with this. Like I'm sure that it is a tough decision. We all went through that decision. So I just think like having a little bit more grace in a world that is like dog eat dog is probably a lot to ask for. But just for your personal brand and who you are as a person, a student athlete, like text those coaches back, please. That's my text them back.
And I think nowadays you always like it's different from like when y'all was in college, even when I was in college, like right. So even when I was in college, I had like people transfer. You had to sit out a year or something. Now, go eat and move up. If you go eat and move up.
And that's what I learned in college too. Like if you're really like that, you're gonna go. Like it's gonna happen
if you want to.
If you want to. But like that can,
especially if you go to a school where say you got let's not even talk about D3. Say you got a D2 offers. You think you could be a D1 kid, like, say the D2 coach is like, yo, you come in here, we putting the ball in your hand, boom, 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 boom. You waiting on the D1 coach that's barely hearing you up. Maybe he wants you to come work out. You want you to come prove all this stuff. Bro, you're going to go there and be the 13th man, bro.
Not even be in rotation.
Then you're going to end up transferring, go D3. Or you could have just went D2 to the coach that said, yo, here's the ball, bro. We giving you the ball. Like, I was watching Pace versus Syracuse last night. Pace D2 NE10. Jabari Nurse. He played for Expressions. I remember vividly he played for Expressions, played heavy minutes with Expressions with like Taylor in them. Okay. Heavy minutes. 4-year starter at Pace. I think that's me personally, I'd rather go play somewhere for 4 years. In his case, go to school for free than to go to this D1 school and have to clap for you. What?
Yo, I mean, it's
situational. But me personally, I'd rather go hoop, bro.
I mean, you gonna bleep it out, but it's the bad bitch shit, man. You chasing bad bitches, like you chasing what you think it is.
The label. Oh, I get to post this clean the pictures like the beginning of the season pictures.
Media
the media day with the D.
I got a baddie
on my arm for the huzz. Like, bro, go play basketball, bro. Go play basketball.
Again, but here's the other thing.
I have a question for you.
What's up?
So you went to Fairfield. You ended up playing. Mm-hmm. Is there ever like that? Like a situation? Clearly, I want to know your mind. Was there ever a situation you was like, damn, I wish I just went somewhere I could have like played all 4 years, like 20, 30 plus minutes a game?
Yeah. You know, I was being recruited. Like the main school that was recruiting me during my high school senior year was Clark. Mm-hmm. They said we have in the McDonald's.
Clark
in Mass.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Worcester.
My bad. Not Clark. No. Yep. Yeah, Clark, Mass. And they were like, we have an All-American power forward. He's 6'8". We need a scoring guard. You can come in. I remember vividly saying, you can come in. We want you to try to average 15 to 20 points a game. I wasn't hearing that. I
You
was
wasn't hearing it.
I was
You
saying
heard Clark.
D3. Yeah, like I wasn't
Yeah.
hearing that. Like I took
He
the
heard-
vi-
he
we
heard
took
six.
we took the visit. So this is what hurt me. It was like we took the visit. My dad took me, and we went to a game. There was nobody at the game. I love playing for a crowd. I'm that guy.
That's
like,
what got me to go to Endicott. I ain't gonna lie.
It was
Bro, I went to Drew's. I went to Drew. So when I was at Putnam, they played Nichols again in the championship that year. So Putnam is right next to Nichols. We was gonna go anyway, but I'm talking to Coach B, talking to Coach Green. They like, yeah, pull up to game championship. Boom, 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 boom. I go to the game, bro. That John packed out, but then I'm doing so for me. I realized
I'm doing the calculation.
I realized I was even when I was like I would say yeah, like I was a dumb little kid, but I was smart too at the same time. I'm looking at the court. I say senior, point guard senior, first guy off the bench senior. Oh yeah. I'm gonna go here.
It was 6 seniors and four of us were guards. So he was coming in.
I mean,
You're
and
ready.
again, this is something.
And Joel was about to be a senior.
Kids don't think about that either, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna play, so like the way my group,
You gotta see who's coming in, who's coming
Yeah,
out.
literally that was my big thing. Cause like a lot of kids I went to prep school with was choosing the JUCO route, doing all this, but me, I needed shoulder surgery. I was kind of, that was also a thing. Like I never thought about quitting basketball. Like I feel like now I look back, I'm like, damn, I had 5 surgeries before I was 20 years old on my shoulders.
But quitting ain't an option.
Like I never even thought about that, but like in my head,
option.
I'm like, bro, I ain't going JUCO, bro. I'm done. I'm done with this trying to chase it. I'm gonna just go play. Like I want to
So
go.
That's
play.
how I felt at the end of mine.
So then another option was, right, I did my 2 years, right? I did my freshman year, I was a manager, walk on, whatever, practice player. I got a jersey at the end. Sophomore year, I was just a pure walk on. I didn't know I was gonna play. Guys get hurt. Coach goes, we're gonna need you to play. Like 4 guys got hurt, and I was like, all right, So then I played a lot. I played a decent. I'm like, yo, why is he playing me over some seniors? I'm like, yo, this is not normal, right? And then, at the end of the year, I'm like, coach, like at our meeting, I'm like, hey, like, I know you're gonna recruit guys, but like, I think
What's
I did
up?
enough, to maybe
I
get
gotta
a
earn my keep.
scholarship. Yeah. And he was like, well, we're gonna still recruit guys. And I was like, fuck. All right. So I was like, I gotta hit the board because I can't keep paying this student loan. So then I went to work out for Assumption. So like I'd get 3 years, so I can finish my undergrad and then I get my master's, and I go there. And again, I think I had obviously at that point an ego. I'm like, all right, I'm going D1 to D2. I'm going to the
Every
workout.
basketball player does.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and then I was working out with their top shooter. He was graduating, lefty, white kid that was nice, right? And I was shooting with him. Like I was hitting the same shots. And then I think coach was trying to make a couple points, and I was like, okay, yeah. Like, but it might have came off as like, oh, why? He seems a little cocky about it. And then we played once, and I beat him. So I'm thinking, all right, I got this wrapped up, right? And we went on the tour, waiting to hear back, like nothing. So then I hit him up. He's, we're doing pickup with Holy Cross, so come up. So I drove up to You know who I brought with me, I think, to the pickup? You guys know Marvin Lavelle from Stanford?
Marv,
yeah, Star Marv, yeah.
Oh,
So I brought,
okay. As soon as you did that, I knew who he was talking about. Yeah, I bet.
I brought Marv with me up because it was a long drive and he was still trying to play college ball, so I figured maybe somebody can help him too. There was more. It was Assumption guys, Holy Cross, and a couple other local college guys, and it was just open gym, and I played and I was doing all right, and I'm like waiting to hear. It's like, oh, it's between you and this kid right here. I don't know which one. He never hit me back after. So he obviously went with the other kid, but then so I had to go back with my head between my tail, like, hey, like I think I'm gonna come back.
Yeah.
He goes, well, again, I don't tell stories like this. He was like, well, this kid went home. One of my teammates from Fairfield, he didn't tell us, so we have a scholarship this year. So I can give you the scholarship for your junior year.
See,
but your pride wasn't. You put that to the side and you went back like, hey, listen, I tested the waters, whatever.
Yeah.
I want to, but like
I had nowhere else to go.
I was about to say that that's probably like as a hooper, like that's a demoralizing feeling like, oh yeah, I was at the D1 level. Like if I go down to D2, like ain't no every coach in the whatever gonna want me, and then like
it's not like that.
we went with somebody else, and then you got to go back and be like, yo, I tried it on my own, like not it's like yo, I need y'all, but it's like yo, like I think I was all right where I was at. You know what I'm saying?
But
Like,
you didn't also leave Fairfield when you went to go test the waters. You also didn't leave on bad terms.
No.
And he already knew of you as a hard worker. And how could he not let you test the waters if he couldn't give you
People be
an
burning
answer?
bridges.
Burning.
You could have been like, I'm out.
Nah,
You
no,
gonna
it
say
would-
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
But like
yeah.
you put your pride to the side, and it probably made it a little easier for that coach to be like, you know what, he is a hard worker, whatever. He did tell you that story that someone left, but like between you putting your pride to the side and then that coach knowing who you are as a person and your work ethic, it made it probably easy for him to be like, not come like yeah.
Yeah. So again, like that's again, it's just a whole learning process, and that's why I tell kids, like, you gotta go where you're wanted.
Yep.
And you gotta go not only where you're wanted, but you are valued as an individual, right? Because outside of basketball, if you're not playing and you don't like the school, you're gonna be miserable.
Yeah.
Like Ayana told me, like she was, outside of basketball at URI last year, campus wasn't all that.
Yo,
for her.
and I'm glad you brought that up because I used to frequent at EC. Like, I don't know if Jordan ever told you, I used to frequent at EC. Like, almost like every other weekend, I'm up at EC. Like, I'm up there so much, like, they're remembering my name.
That's how
And-
I had my boys used to like
Bro,
that.
so, like, y'all talked about the crowd, and, like, when you went and you were like, yo, the crowd was lit. It was a volleyball game, packed out house. Field hockey, packed out field. Basketball, packed out. Football, packed out. And like I said, it is a smaller school, but it was like seeing how community it was, and everybody really like, yo, like, nah, we cheering y'all on. I've never screamed more than I did at his championship game, and I'm in the front row. I'm in the front row telling the kid at Nichols, like, yo, you 5'8", I'll kill you from here. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, like, it's the fourth quarter. You played 30 minutes. You have 0 points. Like, I knew his name. I'm screaming. I still remember his name was Nate. I still remember his name. Yeah. I'm on his head. I'm telling you, he couldn't come to that corner without hearing it from us. Like, but everybody with me. It's not like I'm in there just wilding by myself. You know, some gyms, it's like the one dad in there. Hey, come on. No, everybody's with me. Or everybody's doing it. And like that community was like intoxicating. Like,
but sometimes it's work. Sometimes
everything.
it's that's kind of like what you go to college for. Like when I was a
Yeah.
kid, I just wanted to go to college. I was like, this is the experience that I want.
Like
and
the
when
movie shit.
I did think about transferring, like that was another thing. Like that social aspect, not only socially, like with my professors and knowing them and building that rapport with them, but actually like socially, like it was fun. Like I built a relationship with my other like classmates on the basketball team. Like we had a great bond. And
You
it's
mean
like,
they boys coming up,
and it's like it got to a point where it was like my boys from home were cool with my roommates' boys from home. Like they were talking to each other without us even knowing that they were. So it was like you build that stuff, and like transferring isn't the answer to that. But also, like you were saying earlier, like pick where you want it. Pick somewhere where you think you're gonna thrive, athletically and academically, and socially. Like that's that. Like you're
All right,
going
how
there
about
for the
this? How about
experience.
this? Let's put it to the like a talent. Like we're talented too, but the real talented kids, they're getting paid now, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? How you think a kid should navigate it? Say I'm playing in the MAC. I'm making $50K a year. A10 come calling. I can make $100K a year next year, or I could stay in the MAC. Maybe I'm making 70. Like, how do you navigate that? Because like these kids have a money incentive now, so we're seeing a lot of four years, 4 different schools. How do you navigate that going forward as a kid that's making bread?
I think it's the same thing. I think it's fit. Like demographic of area is important, right? Like you two talked about EC. Like wasn't a lot of dudes that look like you. Now, if somebody gave a dude 50 obviously it's D3, but like 50,000 go to EC, like, oh yeah, I'm going to EC.
That's a no-brainer.
But like when you get there, you're like, damn, like I'm a kid from New York, like inner city New York. Like we don't go to the beach. That's weird for me. Yo, we don't sit outside. We don't do that. Like what you mean a keg stand? Like what's that? Like you know what I mean? Like there's certain things where it's
these
like,
are real aspects that people clearly only see the basketball.
Right.
Like, what is campus life like?
Yeah.
When I'm going to class?
What's food like?
What's the food like at school?
That
like,
one's an important
even
one.
not even at the school, like around the school.
Yes.
Yo, Beverly, y'all had great.
On my
eats, bro. I ain't gonna-
flip the flip burger.
Flip the bird.
Flip the bird. Oh my god. Oh my God,
He's
Flip
that
the
gold
Bird was
card.
amazing.
Nah,
what
but
I'm
yeah,
saying?
like I hear what you want to say about it too.
So we're talking about the kid, the Division 1 kid, or are we talking about the Division
We talking about
3
all
kid?
of them.
Nah, like like making bread. D1,
Oh,
like
okay.
D1.
Okay.
I'm not even talking about those. Like PJ Haggerty, who's leaving to go get $3 million.
Yeah,
Boogie,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
going to leave to get.
He can
boom,
do
boom,
whatever
boom.
you
Like,
want.
Yeah, we talking.
when you leave, I get it.
Mid of
Let's talk about like the kid at Quinnipiac.
Oh, Amari Trice.
Like player of the
Yeah.
year, could have transferred up. Nah, I'm gonna stay at Quinnipiac.
So I think with Amari, he's a South Ken alum, but just want to drop that. But no, what I'm saying, he's smart. Okay, like I'm gonna put it this way, right? With him, right? He almost quit basketball from the story that I was told. He lost his passion. He went to Wofford. Then he went. Where did he go after Wofford? He went somewhere else.
So he had already transferred some schools.
Yeah, and he went to Quinnipiac. Quinnipiac brought the love back for him, right? So then he kills it, right? And then he chests the portal, and it's like, money's good, but like these people here invested in me. They love me, and mind you, he's going to be the highest player in the MAC, hands down. But just here's my thought process with him, which is smart. He's going to graduate his undergrad and get his master's from Quinnipiac. He's going to be forever a legend at Quinnipiac. So there are, they have a lot of these schools, your top strong alumni base will forever look out for him.
Of course.
Yep.
And that's a heavy degree to have too
You get
from
what
that
I'm-
school.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. If it was business, nurse, whatever it was, I don't know what he.
Yeah,
but again,
doesn't matter.
That, in my opinion, that's a smart route because he knows basketball will only get him so much. He's already ahead.
Yeah.
Free school. He's made enough money. He's
2
probably
degrees.
Yeah,
Two
2
degrees.
degrees,
2
and then
degrees,
probably
yeah.
invest in the money, like because again, he's a solid kid, and that's one. That's if you know that's who you are and that's where you're capped at, great. But then you have the other ones who are, let's say the MAC, you're making $50K. Playing time is greater than money right now. Why? Right? So let's say you go back, right? You do your 2 years there. You kill it your second year. Maybe you do all right. Let me come back. Coach is saying I'm going to be one of the main guys. Obviously, he's going to recruit, but I got to keep my keep what I kill, right? You kill it. Now that number goes from 75 to 500 because you're in a system of familiarity. You know what coach wants. You know the league, right? The type of guys that they bring in. Like that's where you got to worry about not the quick dollar. Not every dollar is a good dollar.
Yeah.
But that's where I was talking about earlier. That was I had a similar point to that, but that's where like the gamble comes in. Like that's where it's like bet on yourself again. Like why would you? Okay, yeah, instead of 50K, you're gonna make 100K here, but then you got to be realistic with yourself as well too. Like at that new school, are you gonna be the 6th or 7th man making 50 more K, but your playing time is cut, or are you gonna stay at this school where they can offer you instead of 50 this year, they're gonna give you 60, give you 10 more K, but you got the same role, you're the starting point, you got the ball in your hand, and you playing every meaningful minute that could be played.
So
it's
like you could go crazy and the league start calling.
And that's what I'm saying. So it's like, but that's what I mean too. Like, what is your end goal realistically?
Right.
Like, are you trying to get to the league? Is it possible for you to get to the league? If that's the case, like, you might want to take the less money and average 25 at Quinnipiac or 30 at Quinnipiac, whatever the case may be, instead of going to Texas Tech and you 6 man and you got 9 points and 5 assists and you're the first guard off the bench.
I think that's a big. Sorry to cut you off. I think that's a big thing that we're talking about, right? Like we're not talking about those astronomical top kids in the portal, 3 million this, 3 million that. So a lot of other college players, y'all all have an opportunity to make money. The 50K dudes, right? Say you making 50K a year. You're in at the end of the day, you're a college student. End of the day, like you're
Making
a college student, right? But then someone comes, 150, come play in a Power 5. We recruiting all these other dudes. I don't think that 150 is worth it at that point, right?
But it also depends on your end goal. Like, are you trying to get to the league? Or are you like
Trying to maximize your
if I'm
profits?
trying to maximize my dollars and I'm here for 4 years, bruh, I'm taking the 150. I'm about to be 6 man, and then after that, I have my degree. I have 250K accumulate or 300K accumulated.
I'm good.
300K after college and you're 23,
You're
like
set up for
that's
life.
That's a nice.
Not the 300K. I'm my fault. I'm talking about like Javon Quinterly.
Yes.
Or like but I'm talking about that lower guy is still like. Let's say they
leaving
made
college with 300 bands.
Yo, I got
you okay.
I'd be happy where I'm at.
I got
you know what
this-
I'm saying?
You
Like,
okay.
that's where
You could go
and no loan. You don't have any loans. You
Yeah,
don't have
that's where I'm stressing. It's my loans that be fucking me up.
That's you. That's you got. That's all your bread. That's
Yeah.
your bread that they're keeping.
I got a question too though, because like we talked about it, right? And let's say the goal is to advance and move up, right? I'm at that 50K mark. Someone is willing to spend 100. Does that extra money add pressure? Like, is it like, yo, we spent 50 more K on you, like, and you not, you know what I'm saying? Because
They can't take it back. So
no.
nah, not really.
I know they
So
can't
you're
take
on
it
the side,
back.
like, yeah, transfer.
Which like.
No,
I think it's like I said. I think it's situational. Like I think,
Right,
I think it's based on that. But like, I don't think it comes with pressure because a lot of these guys we're talking about who are getting paid this money, they're hoopers at the end of the day, and they are nice because they're in that position.
Going into a situation you don't know what's going on.
Exactly.
I know I'm gonna play if I'm in the MAC. I'm going to this, and we seeing a lot of 4 stars do that. Yeah, I'm gonna go to this mid-major, bro. Like I'm not even gonna test it because then I go to the big school, right? They paid me 200K where this school was offering me 75K. I don't play this year now. Oh, now I gotta go make 15K.
Exactly, because you don't have nothing to show for it.
Yeah. But I ask it in the sense of like with work, right? You get a job, right? And you get to a point where they're like, okay, well, we know what you're capable of. We know what you could do. Then you decide, okay, it might be a time for me to move to a different job. Now this next job is asking you to do something you've never done, but they paid you more. Yeah. So it's not in a sense of like, I know I can't get busy or what I got to do. It's more in the sense of like, yo, like they trusted me to do this. They gave me this, what's it called? Like, for me, at least for me, like it do give me a sense of like a little bit of anxiety, like shit, like I gotta perform. Like, but at the end of the day, because we play ball and like you got that grind, like, oh yeah, nah, like if I don't know it, I'm gonna figure it out. But like, I feel like if they give you money, like for me, I feel like damn, like that's a lot of pressure. I think especially when it's numbers, that's a number that's like a lot of people not reaching. You know what I mean?
Like I'm not in that space, and I never was in NIL to be offered that money.
Right.
But this is me outside looking in.
It's hard to turn that down.
As a kid, it's hard to turn that down. Some of it could be life-changing money depending on how you treat it. Mm-hmm. And these kids are confident kids, man. Like even if they go through a slump, or if your coach is like, what if he did say, "Oh, we pay you all this money and you not doing something"?
But the coaches do say that.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like, we pay you all this money and you're not doing anything. Like, as a hooper, you like, all right, I'm about to turn it up. Like, that's how it should be taken. And when I say on the outside looking in, like, that's how I would have taken it. Like, I wouldn't like I said, the money's already there. Yeah, the money's mine.
Oh no, yeah, no.
Now it's on me to if I did want to transfer again. Now it's on me to instead of getting 200 this year, I need to get 350 next year. Yeah. So like, it's incentive to like prove this coach wrong, but also like prove myself right.
And I think that it really depends on a kid and their internal motor, right?
Sure.
Like that you don't know what makes a kid tick, right? So like, again, like somebody like Jacob, we trying to figure out what gets Jacob going. Like he says he wants this, but then we're hearing this, right? And they gave him where he's at right now. They gave him a good bag where it was like he got nothing last year, which pissed me off.
And that's what I'm saying, where it's like maybe that causes a little bit of like self-doubt in yourself, where it's like, damn, like they pay me, they trust me, they what's it called, and it's just not fucking working. Like, what's going on? You know what I mean?
That come with the territory.
Like, is it like, and money is obviously the combo that we're having, but like, yo, they're paying me this money. Like, I gotta kill, but like I'm trying to do it and it's not working. Like, now you thinking this, thinking that. Don't get me wrong. Like you said, they give me money to go play shit. They gonna have to take it out my hands. Yeah. They gonna have to take it out my hands.
I don't know how they do it. I don't know if they pay it in increments or
I don't know what.
Yeah.
So normally it depends. Normally it's increments.
Yeah,
like
it's increments.
Yeah, it's like it depending. It's over the year. It's like
I was about to say, I don't know how you're gonna get that back.
Yeah,
it's not one lump sum.
Yeah, no, it's not one.
But,
and you
if you have other deals and other stuff, you're getting paid as well as that.
Like a brand deal.
Yeah, right.
Do you think it would ever become incentive based?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell
Do you think it'd be
I
like
think
first
hell
team all
yeah.
conference,
Yep.
MVP
Yes.
of this tournament,
That's
Yes.
coming.
That's
That's
on
coming.
It's on
final
the way.
final
Yes.
four
We-
MVP.
we
Yes.
talk-
like
when
That's coming.
I
talk-
think team success and individual success
coaches
is gonna matter.
get coaches get that.
Yo, all the time, right? Like
True.
you make it to the NCAA tournament. That's
Yeah.
another
Schools do
100,000.
too.
Like like
I think they just don't right now. Is like we said, it's just so
early.
new. So
Yeah.
like, there's not even we need a like they don't have like a commissioner of like of
NIL.
NIL.
Yeah.
so you
Like,
see that coming down the pipe.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, for
absolutely,
sure. And then
absolutely.
on top
if
of
they
that,
don't get that, this
It's
is
gonna
the wild
be-
wild west.
yeah, it's
they
gonna
need,
be
and then
crazy.
I think we
Because
need
think
to-
about it,
Go ahead.
as a kid, like I pray to God no kid ever does this, but realistically, my ankle hurt for the year.
Yeah. Now we talking Terry Rozier.
Yeah.
Yo, bet my under.
my ankle
You know,
hurt.
But then again, there's a lot of things.
I see.
You know what I'm
okay.
saying?
Yeah,
Like
you
you
need
know,
parameters
I
around
I
it.
seen something that like some school they giving the donors like NIL insurance or something.
No, oh yeah, they
Yes.
are. So again, yeah. So
yes, I
this
did.
is
I
where
peeped- I saw
this
that
is
too.
where it gets crazy, right? It's like if the kid doesn't perform, they get NIL insurance. Schools are purchasing, and then right now it's the high majors.
Yeah.
Right. It's the high majors because they have the money to buy the insurance because it's a lot of money they're throwing out. And so now that's where we're talking about. That's where additional pressure might come in. It's like for the coach, right? The coach is feeling pressure because now I really got to produce, and if I don't, I'm getting fired. I gotta move. We gotta move our family. Like we're stuck. So now that depending on how it goes, that translates to the kids. Now you're putting pressure on the kids to perform, and now the kids feel it, and now they're not performing. It's just a big circle, like, and it's hard. But like that comes with the terror. It's like what's the difference between going to a job, right? If I'm a salesman, I gotta hit my sales. I'm a cop. I gotta make sure I get this many tickets. Like
Especially if
I
they
get-
talking commission, like you know what I mean, eat what you kill, like
Rant kind of off topic, but
No.
do y'all like where I sound like an old head asking this question, but do y'all like where the game is going? Like where's transitioning and what it?
I don't think it's ever been better.
this is
I-
the
yo,
best
college-
NBA and college.
We talked about it. Yo, the fact that more kids want to stay in college, we are getting some of the best college product that we've had in a while. Like you think about Christian Laettner, Hurley, and Grant Hill. Those are all like 3-year, 4-year
I
guys.
started watching AI doc the other day, and he was like, yeah, he left his junior year, I think.
He did too.
He did 2 years.
'Cause
Okay,
he
did
had-
freshman.
He was
sophomore.
in trouble with the
But
first year.
but still, freshman sophomore year, he was like, yeah, like it was like a clip of him when he first got to draft. He's like, yeah, no one ever left Georgetown early. Like what?
Well,
like-
John Thompson was known to have those guys.
Like
bro.
all those
Yeah,
guys
yeah,
stayed,
guys.
but all, like that was what was AI 96? 96.
Yeah.
That was only 96,
Bro.
So like think about to where it got to.
Mm-hmm.
Cal was playing 5 freshmen.
And
They
were all
They
leaving.
were leaving.
All five freshmen every single year.
Re-upping.
5 freshmen every single year.
Re-upping.
Now we in this new era. You got Cal.
DJ Wagner's
Cal's
about to be a
playing.
3-year
Cal's
guard.
playing Leak and Darius
Darius
Acuff.
Acuff.
That's rare as hell.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yo.
What's it called?
Yeah.
St. John's. They ain't playing. They got the one freshman. The Calvin, right?
Calvin said,
They didn't
yeah.
play. Like he played a few minutes.
Calvin's
But they're
freshman?
not.
He's a yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
But he's
yeah.
he's the only freshman.
Because he was originally committed to.
Yeah, he decommitted.
Okay, yeah.
So, but he's the only freshman thing. Michigan had the Trey McKinney. Like he came off the bench. Like
Yeah.
teams just having 1 or 2 freshmen playing. We just came from the era of 5, 6
Yes.
freshmen on the team. It's
Yes.
like now it's like all right, like
We got
And,
staying.
and there's a trickle down effect.
And I made a video on LeBaron Philon. It went like it did pretty well. Like yeah, he was able to. He could have been in the league last year, but he had to play behind Mark Sears. He showed flashes, like we always say, showed flashes. Could have went to the draft. Could have got drafted. We would have never got to see him at his most exciting peak. Now this year it's like here, take the ball,
is
bro.
your
Like
team.
rock out.
Crazy.
But last year didn't really get to do it because they had Mark Sears. He's behind Mark Sears, a great guard for Alabama. But then now, if he went to the league, say he gets drafted to, I don't know, the Celtics or something. Like even if your first round, we got Peyton Pritchard, bro. We got Derek White, bro. Like you gotta get in where you fit in, because it's not like here.
And
Even like Jeremiah Fierce, like it's like. Yeah, he's dumb tough, but we
bro.
still got Jordan Poole at the end of the
Poole,
day.
bro.
so and what I'm bringing up is it's the most competitive it's been, right? And people were complaining about the NBA, like, oh, scores are so high.
Yeah.
But if you sat and watched the first couple of games or week or two, you're seeing guys go all out because they realize it's hard to stay in
It's
the
hard
league
to
now.
stay.
Bro.
So
Dudes is
now I
playing
gotta,
hard.
yeah.
So to go on that point, I know you'll probably like clip it or whatever, but like these kids gotta like. I don't think they truly understand. Maybe some of them do, like the higher ones do, but like they don't understand like how actually like hard it is to not only go D1 but like to make it to the NBA.
Yes.
Or even play professionally overseas in like a top league and play for 5 years or play for 3 years. Like when I see these guys work out, man, it's like, it sounds corny and cliche, but like every rep is game like. Every single rep is game like, and they're not missing.
Oh yeah, right.
They're not missing like, and when I'd say like game like, they're not tired. Like it's game rep, and they are fully conditioned, fully prepared for whatever is thrown at them at any time, at any moment.
So,
and that's man number 15 or that's star player.
Again, I like my mentor is Drew Hanlon, right? So I got to go to Cali 2 years ago, right? And I was defending, rebounding guys like Victor Oladipo, Tyrese Halliburton, Tyrese Maxey. I got to rebound for Jason Tatum, Bradley Beal, Michael Porter Jr. I was there, like, these motherfuckers did not miss. Like there's 8 of us rebounding, but motherfuckers like we wasn't moving. We was under the rim just throwing make sure we throwing good passes and whatever. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. And I tell kids that I train, I tell these players that I don't flex the fact that I've been in the gym because I'm not their trainer, but I've been in the gym with your favorite players, your favorite guys that you watch highlights on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, whatever you watch on TV. And you say you want to get to a part of the level, like college. Dude. You're not working nowhere near the aspirations you're saying.
So I'm a fly on the wall at some of these are in any workouts that I go to, just watching or whatever. And it was one of them. I remember it was they were all going in. And the player was like.
It was touching rim.
It was touching rim. And I was trying to figure out, I'm like.
Why he mad?
I'm like, game speed, check. Drill, correct, check. Yeah. Made the bucket, check. Like made all his reads, check. Like, and then after the work, I'm like, yo, man, there was a little stint, and it was time up. I'm like, what? Like, why was? It was like it was touching the rim. And I don't mean like do like rolling in. I mean like
in the back and going
back going in.
Back rim.
Side in. Like
it's the mentality.
And then it's like. I went to another one a couple weeks later, and it kind of happened again, maybe not as a longer period of time because in the offseason their goal is to get better, whatever the case may be. So then I go, and it maybe happened like 2 shots in a row, and now I know what's going on. But then I'm really locked into like, these been all net the whole time I've been in here. They've been all net the entire time, and it's like, that's a testament to their work, but also like how good they really are. Like, I think the conversation is crazy. Like, can the last man on the bench compete with whatever? Like, we need to cut it out.
Yep.
It needs to. They need to cut because like,
yo, they cold.
Listen, man, cold. The stuff I've seen in workouts, man, and I've been around talented guys. I played AAU with talented guys, and know some guys that are still playing professionally now. And I'm just like, dude,
they're really fucking.
It's
good.
really levels. Like again, one of my first NBA workouts was Carmelo Anthony. Like I got to rebound, defend, rebound. Yo, when I say my hand was under the net like this,
it ain't going nowhere else.
No,
it's not going anywhere else.
And like it was like he might have missed the whole workout. It was like an hour. He might have missed 2 shots.
It's like, not going anywhere else.
I did also Trae Young. I was able to work out Trae Young, and this was before he played the Knicks a couple years ago. And I was like, yo. By the way, Trae Young is actually a 6'1". Like, he don't look that big on TV, but he's actually 6'1", 6'1", 6'2". But, like, the biggest thing was, like, these dudes really don't miss during their workouts.
The craziest thing for me, too, is I don't know if you ever felt the NBA ball. That shit is garbage, bro.
Yeah,
that shit is ass.
I played pickup with it.
Oh my god! Like I couldn't
NBA
couldn't believe this is the ball I'm watching on TV.
And
bro.
they got it on the
Imagine
string.
That's why they used to.
Imagine
When
they got that on like an evolution.
If you gave them an evolution, I promise you would see
it'd be
200 points,
225.
You would see 200 points.
And
the reason, and the crazy part is right. And
it's like a rock.
I forgot who said it. But like, defense like. The guys that play defense and are like primarily defenders are kind of fading in the NBA, not because nobody plays defense anymore, but because they're getting so good at offense that defense can't really keep up, right? Mm-hmm. So it's like you really sit there and think, I could defend this guy as great as I can. and he's just gonna make it.
Yeah.
Like NBA players don't miss. Like it's a miracle
That
getting
is-
defensive stops sometimes. Like that, and that's the reality that we're in because basketball is getting as great as it's ever been.
Yeah, right. We just real quick, the NBA guys, a lot of NBA guys are going to EuroLeague now because they can't stay. The vets can't stay, right? The last thing I'm gonna say, and then we got to wrap it up. Like even like I was saying, like these are the elite of the elite athletes.
Yeah.
And they're ridiculous. Like I'm watching Evan Mobley, like he won defensive, but like he's 6'11", moving like a 6'3" guard.
Yeah.
On the
Yeah.
defensive
And can
end.
handle it too.
Yeah, you know what I'm
Like,
saying?
He's side dribble, pull up three now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's showing that this year. But like what I'm saying is, it's like the elite of the elite. They're freaks. It just it is what it is, and that's where again the game's going. And so, how are you going to be realistic with your dreams? Like, are you working to what you say? The last thing I want to ask you before we sign off, like if you had to give advice to your younger self, you know, what's one thing that you would tell your younger self right now in your shoes, if you were in your shoes with everything you know?
Use the game and don't let it use you. Use the game and don't let it take away from other things.
Okay.
And like being more, and what I mean by that is like being more open-minded, doing other things, being able to come to the realization that you don't want to play anymore, whatever the case may be. Because there were a lot of times and there was a lot of hours and things that I put into basketball because I wanted to, because I loved it. And it taught me hard work and all that stuff like we were talking about earlier. But now, in my older age, I use the game of basketball to like my advantage. Whether it's in my field, or I let people know I could speak about the game. I could speak to the game. I played the game. Still try to I'm washed now, but still try to play the game now. But that's my biggest piece, especially for the younger guys. Like when we do Thank You Basketball, I let them know that too. Like, use this thing, man. Make all the connections you can. Like, play as long as you can, or as long as your body will, or as long as opportunities last, and as long as it makes sense to what you want to do moving forward. But know when it's time, and don't let it, because it'll use you for sure. It'll wear you down. It'll use you. It'll test you. It'll whatever. But if you could get through those times, like that trial and error we talked about earlier, we sit in these seats. So I would say that's my biggest piece. Use the game and don't let it use you.
Love that. Well, that's episode 59.
Sure.
Episode 59.
Yeah.
I guess, you know, we're not going to list the stuff. Follow us, you know.
BTS work.
Oh, yes, sir. BTS work.
BTS work.
A lot of content coming from BTS work.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
My boy about to turn it up. Feel me? We gonna.
Yeah, we gonna
Hey,
get right. We
hey.
getting right. Yeah.
Shake Hoops. You know that. Turo Ralph. You know what I'm
Steven
saying?
J know that, but follow the Basketballists, like, subscribe, share, please,
Absolutely.
everything.
Yo, we gonna do a better job. I mean, we gonna,
You know, we
the
got
powers that be. Boss told us we gotta boss it up. So
Yeah,
we gonna get yo.
When you see potential, sometimes you just feel me.
you gotta,
Gotta
hold
give it that push.
Nah, we was pushing already. Don't let this nigga.
All right, we'll see you guys soon. Thank
Peace.
you. Peace.